In 2013, I knocked on the wrong door. I wasn't a founder, wasn't a closer. I was a broke kid selling flowers door to door in Miami. I told you this story, right? The afternoon, I knocked on a door that wasn't a house, wasn't a shop. It was a payment processing office. The guy inside, he didn't buy a single flower. Instead, he showed me something I'd never heard of, which was a way that regular people get paid every single time you tap your card at a store. By the time I walked out of that office, I knew my life had changed. I just didn't know how much yet. If you stick with me, at the end of this video, you are going to understand the exact thing he told me. The invisible toll booth sitting on top of every card swipe in America, and why almost nobody knows you can own a piece of it. So let me back up, because the wrong door only matters if you know who was standing in front of it. I'm Tim. I was raised across the Philippines, Canada, and South America, Guyana, before I ever set foot in the United States. I came up an immigrant kid, no degree waiting for me, no rich uncle, no network, no startup money in a bank account somewhere. What I had were dreams that were way too big for my situation and no obvious way to get there. A dream that I had was being able to provide for my family back home in the Philippines. I did the only thing available to a kid with nothing but a mouth and two legs. I went door to door selling flowers in Miami, in the heat. And this is the part that most people skip past, but it's the most important thing I'll teach you in this whole video. Door to door doesn't just sell flowers. Door to door builds the person. Every door is a tiny rejection or a tiny win, 40 of them in an afternoon. You have to learn how to take no in the face and knock the next one anyways. You learn to read a person in 3 seconds. You learn that the only thing standing between you and the next yes is the next door. The skill was never flowers. The skill was the door. And I didn't know it yet, but I was being trained for something that I'd never even heard of. So picture it, right? It's a hot day. I got flowers in my hands. I'm walking a commercial block, knocking on everything with a door. And I knocked this one door that I've got no business going in there. I didn't sell any flowers. I had no reason to be there. There was a guy at a desk running a payment processing business. And so he's got on these nice glasses, nice watch. BMW M6 is sitting outside. So I go in there and I pitch him my flowers. He waves it off, right? But he doesn't tell me to leave. He kicks his feet up on the desk. And he's like, "Do you want a real job, kid?" He's like, "You know what happens every time someone swipes a credit card?" I don't. Most people don't. So he showed me. And I'm gonna show you the exact same thing right now. Watch what happens to a $4 coffee before the money ever reaches the shop owner's bank account. A piece goes to the card networks, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, whatever. A piece goes to the bank that issued the card. And a piece goes to the company that set up the machine in that shop. And that last piece, that's the toll booth. Every tap, every swipe, every single day that store is open, a tiny cut flows to whoever set up that processing. And here's the line that stopped me cold in that office. The person collecting the money doesn't work at the shop, doesn't own the shop, nothing. You set it up once and you get paid for as long as the business keeps running. That's called residual income. I never even heard that word. But by the time he was finished explaining it, I wasn't thinking about flowers anymore. I felt so excited that I could build something bigger than myself to be able to provide for my family in the Philippines. I walked out of that office knowing 2 things. Number 1, this is definitely real. Number 2, I've been knocking on doors my whole summer for the wrong thing. Now, most people, when they hear something like that, they nod and they go back to their normal life. They forget about it by dinner. But I couldn't, because I already had this one skill, right, that the business needed and most people are terrified of. I could knock on doors. I could take a no. I could talk to a stranger and not flinch. I already had that hard part down. I just had the wrong product. So I switched what was in my hands. Same doors, same heat, same rejection, different offer. It's funny because my first deal was actually a flower shop. okay? It was a flower shop owner. I sold him a credit card machine. Here's the part that gets real for you watching. In a normal sales job, on the first of every month, you wake back up at zero. Everything you sold in the last month is gone. You start begging all over again. Residual income is different because it doesn't reset. Every account you set up keeps paying you month after month. The months stack. You don't just restart. One account gets you a coffee. 10 accounts is a car payment. A real portfolio is a life. And because every deal, not every deal is huge, but they don't stop coming in. My book of business after year one was enough to pay just my basic bills, and I was okay with that. But this is, like I said, this is getting rich slowly. You knock, you set up the machine, and repeat. Slow and certain beats fake and fast every single time. And I was building something that paid me while I slept, brick by brick, door by door. Now I can end the video right here, right? Broke kid, he finds the secret, he builds residual income, the end. Nice little story, right? But that's not the whole truth. And I actually don't do half truths on this channel because I did hit the numbers that I used to dream about. And I'm gonna be straight with you about what that actually felt like in a video coming up soon because it surprised me. The money is not enough if you're empty on the inside. What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul, right? So here's what I'm gonna leave you with. The thing that actually made this business worth it wasn't that little cut off the toll booth. It was sitting across from a business owner who was getting crushed by fees they didn't understand and being the person who helped fix it. Raising the level of excellence in their business through financial technology. That's the part that filled my heart with joy. The money was real, it just wasn't the point. So when I talk about opportunity in this industry, I'm not selling you this like get rich quick scheme. I'm telling you about a skill and an asset that nobody can take from you. No degree required, no network required, no money to start. The same three things I didn't have when I knocked on the wrong door. Now, if a flower kid from Miami could find it by accident, you could find it on purpose. So here's who this channel is for. If you're young, hungry, and you're tired of being told you need to go get a degree and a decade to build something real, you're in the right place. I'm gonna teach you exactly what works. Door-to-door sales. How to actually build real financial freedom in the payment processing industry and the mindset it takes to go from 0 to 6 figures. There's no theory, there's no fluff. I've actually been building this since 2013. And if something in this video lit a fire inside of you and you're sitting there thinking, that could be me, don't let it die in the comments. I have a few calls for people who are serious about building this. The link is in the description. Book a time, we'll talk, and I'll tell you straight if this is for you or not. The next video, I'm gonna tell you about a sale that I made years ago that paid me just this morning. And the part that surprised me about finally hitting that number. Subscribe, you don't wanna miss it. I'll see you guys at the next door.